You use technologies, create those new concepts, those new ideas, and build a business just like I'm doing using the AI. And you will be successful. And one of the most important things that I want you to do is balance. The technologies is having the ability to learn things that's going to give you balance, not work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hello, and welcome to Dollars and Data, a new episode that's going to talk about artificial intelligence and how are you using it as a business. And this is a great subject for me because it's over the last 20 years I've been building companies. And in order to build companies, you got to have a vision into the future. So I remember one day when I was in high school, I had an uncle who worked in technology to a certain degree. And we were sitting at the table one evening, and he brought up the fact that some of the technology they were working on, which obviously was probably in the government, was the artificial intelligence voice to text, taking your voice and turning it into text. I thought that was an interesting kind of a topic. Back then, we really didn't have a whole lot of technology or capabilities to really understand technology, but I never forgot that. And some of the technologies and businesses that I've built over the years, I think we all sit back as business owners, right? And think about what if we had these particular tools and we had robots and people and tools and technologies that would allow us to do things for us. Be careful what you wish for. Those type of things are on its way for sure. So setback, this episode is really about artificial intelligence and how to use it for your business. By no means am I an expert in artificial intelligence technologies or, the use. I don't think any of us are at this point. And there's a lot that needs to be said. So sit back and we're just going to kind of talk about artificial intelligence, my experiences, and some of the things and ways that I'm using it. Let's talk about the types of artificial and technologies that we should be considering or thinking about, and maybe just jot down on your own or just be thinking about the types of artificial intelligence and how you use it in your business. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up, as far as the topics today, really there's one or two, three topics that I think it's really important. I'm not going to jump into ChatGPT. I mean, you can go to social media and it's all over the place. Midjourney, ChatGPT, Copy, AI, all those things. We'll get into those if you want to. Put them in the chat. We'll dive deeper into those particular topics later. But I think for me, the most important is building your business and how to use artificial intelligence and what are some of the challenges that are going to happen inside your business. And I plan on sharing some cool stories, how I personally use it and how I think I can integrate it with our team. I guess my point is don't be afraid of artificial intelligence or AI, what everyone calls it. I'm sure at some point in the near future, you're going to be using AI in your business if you're not already. So bear with me and let's get started. So there's a couple of topics that I really want to talk about, and it's really the benefits of AI in the business. Second topic are some of the challenges that you're going to face really trying to integrate it. And those challenges are going to come from me trying to integrate it into my own daily business. And I guess the most important one is just how is it changing business in general? And again, me being a business owner, I'm a CEO of a public company and I've got 2 or 3 other companies. And I'm looking at using AI as a tool for me, not for a business. How does it save time? One of the most important ingredients that we have in building a business is time. You probably heard me say this in other episodes. We never have enough time in a day. Imagine if you could use artificial intelligence as your own personal assistant. to help you with your ideas, your thoughts, and come up with ideas and ask some artificial intelligence type of technology to ask it a question that comes back with the answer. You're a thought leader. You're a business owner. You know your business better than anyone else does. And an assistant, they're going to remember the things that you write, the things that you say, the things that you create, if you tell the artificial intelligence technology to remember or refer to or analyze your information. So to me, this is the interesting fact that artificial intelligence is helping me. So what are some of the different applications that, what are the different types of artificial intelligence? And we've heard about it and you hear about it every day. Artificial intelligence actually started in the 50s, and they were building artificial intelligence. I believe it was Dartmouth College that was actually started doing AI. They got investment, but that was too soon. They kind of shut that down, and then they started again in the 80s and the 90s, and they shut that down. And I totally believe that it's always been on our mind, in the back of our mind, of business owners and entrepreneurs and visionaries looking at artificial intelligence as a way to improve life to a certain degree. But it wasn't until 2011, and from 2011 here to 23, 24 and beyond, things have happened. Lots of things have happened. I mean, this is the fourth what is it? We've revolutionized multiple things: computers, the internet, the cell phone. So the next generation of technology is automation and AI, whether it's automation or machine learning or autonomous driving cars. All of those things are impacted by AI. The 2011, and these are just things that I've read and really try to understand where some of the technologies are going, even for my own business. And I'm sure you do this for yours. Me really trying to create tools and technologies that haven't been created yet based on the speeds of internet connectivity. Most of us, and listen, I'm just sharing a little bit of the mad scientist in me with regards to building an organization built on future trends that are going to happen based on technologies that are being built today. They're not ready for the market today. In 2011, even the speeds in which we deliver information didn't make it possible for artificial intelligence. However, phones, all these mobile apps on your telephone, the ability for you to use your phone to, if you ask Siri, say, "Hey Siri, send a message to my,
which one? Home one.
There you go. Siri just interrupted as we speak. But you ask a question, that's artificial intelligence. Those are things that the commercial businesses have been incorporating into devices and technologies that we probably don't even realize that they're artificial intelligence. It just becomes a tool that we use to make our lives easier. Taking pictures, having the ability to do things on your phone that will make photographs appear different. TikTok videos. I can't even go in to tell you how many smart devices have artificial intelligence, being able to read the temperature and know when to turn it down, your locks, to be able to, in your home, to have the ability to turn on and turn off. Those are some examples of just basic artificial intelligence. Why is artificial intelligence becoming kind of just a phenomenal right now? The speeds. You guys keep hearing 5G, Wi-Fi 6, data, cellular. Guys, the faster that we have the ability to connect is when you're going to see the ability for more AI capability, um, options, tools, technologies. It's scary, but at the same time, we can't change it. It is moving forward. So, how do we adopt this technology into our business? So, there's four different types of artificial intelligence. Number one is your natural language type of technology, and that focuses on understanding the human language. Uh, that's kind of like your voice, and giving voice commands to your phone. That's kind of natural language process. Machine learning is going to be kind of like your ChatGPT that you hear about. ChatGPT, you give it a command, that command, and you ask it to remember, and then you start adding on more details and more information about a particular topic, subject, calculation, etc., and it starts to remember. Quantum computing, lots of different types of computers are going to continue to gather information. It is fascinating to see what has happened with our basic computers over the last 25 years. Like I said, artificial intelligence is the next generation, but machine learning is basically what you and I and all of our businesses are going to be using, that in NLP, natural language processing. Those will be the two that you should be really thinking about inside your business. And I'm going to give you some great stories with regards to that in a minute, or at least from my perspective and how I use it. And that's how most of the story. The third is robotics. Unless you're building a manufacturing company to program computers to build cars or robots to guard your business, over the next 5 years, you're going to see a lot more robotic applications, not just in manufacturing, but actual artificial robots and things that will talk and remember. And, it kind of becomes back to that parakeet, but that parakeet may not be a real bird. One day you may have to check it and pop it on the head and say, is this a robot or is this a real bird? You're not going to know the difference. And but robotics is just another AI that's rapidly advancing and really helping us put applications together to create things faster. Hey, the population's getting bigger, it's getting smarter, and we've got to find ways to make sure that we can support and manage the population here on Earth. The last is autonomous vehicles. Listen, there's more types of artificial technology that's going to come out. I mean, Elon Musk and his vision for creating a driverless car, is it perfected today? Absolutely not. Was our mobile phones? I still have a flip phone. My daughter picked it up and she goes, "Dad, what is this?" And I had to tell her that was a telephone. God forbid she ever see what my grandmother had on her desk with a cord and a rotating dial on her phone. She would never know what that thing was. It was just a paperweight. But technologies for, business owners and generations, this depends on where you are and where you've actually been adapting this technology. And you hear me talk about this in different episodes, but as a business owner, how are you using AI? Are you using AI to help you process things much quicker, using it as an assistant? Are you using AI at all? If not, you should be asking yourself why. Regardless if you're a business owner, but just individuals. I mean, you can be a mom and have children. How can AI help you? You can be a teacher. How is AI going to help you as a teacher to prepare your lessons? How are you going to use AI to check for plagiarism? These are very serious things that people really need to consider. So, when you're weighing using artificial intelligence in your business, it is a fascinating application, and it's going to expand. I am excited to see what's going to happen between now and 2050. And these technologies are going to continue to advance. We have a lot of responsibility with new technologies. Technology can be used for good, it can be used for not so good things. But today we're going to really talk about the good things. How's it going to actually help you in your business? So, those are the four types of AI: natural language process, machine learning, robotics, and autonomous vehicles. If I missed something and you think it's really important, be sure you just leave a message down below and I'll add it into a future lesson with regards to artificial intelligence. Believe me, it is definitely a topic that we will continue. And more importantly, I'll be sharing a lot of examples with how I use it. So, I touched on them briefly, but what are the benefits of using AI in your business? Put down in your messages. I always like to hear from people and how they're using AI and how does it benefit. I learned something from each and every person and how they're using AI. We're all different. We all have different ideas. And that's the way it should be, as a business entrepreneur, whomever you may be, you should be using technologies to help expand your business and educate your customers and help your staff really develop new skill sets. So some of the different types of benefits are increased efficiency, using it to improve your decision-making capabilities, use AI in your business to find ways to automate your costs so that you can cut certain expenses. And believe it or not, right now with artificial intelligence, I mean, it seems like in the last 5 months, just the ability to use what I think has been commercialized is the ability to create a competitive advantage. And I want to say this with competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is not just your competition, but your competitive advantage is the ability for you to get access to information quickly, and even if it's only 80% of what you need by using artificial intelligence, if you're a subject matter expert in your field and being able to gather an outline, gather the topics, and have those readily available, you should be using some of the copy or I recommend ChatGPT. There's a number of other platforms out there to help you mentally as a business owner to use that as your own competitive advantage. As a business, you want to start incorporating things in it. And I want to just give you a story, and I'm from a competitive advantage internally. Listen, this particular story I think is really important. And over the last, here we are 4 months into the year, almost 5, and I started using it. It's been about 6 months. And when it first came out, really didn't have a clue. I just found it interesting and started asking questions at the prompt. And if you're on social media, you hear everyone talking about this technology, that technology, use this tool, use Midjourney, Murph, who else? Jasper, I think that came out last year as far as a copywriting tool. And for me, when some of these new technologies came out, I was like, just pass it off. I need to run my business. What's AI? How is that going to change? And for some reason, when OpenAI came out with ChatGPT, it changed everything for me because it was able to interpret a question. If I had a question and I already knew the answer, I put it in and it came back and I'm like, man, this is awesome. And I said, give me some more examples of the things that I'm using. But I want to go into quick story on how I've just thinking about using AI. At this point, with any of the businesses, I'm not using AI other than for me and doing research and discovery and thoughts and ideas and really trying to understand before I start really implementing how to use it throughout the organization. And my recommendation in telling you this story is you should be doing it too as a business owner, as an owner. If you're thinking about doing a business, this is a very helpful tool to help at least start. And listen, over the next year, these tools, they're going to become smarter and smarter. And this next generation of artificial intelligence is kind of like the phone was 10 years ago. We started building mobile apps on our phones, and our phones became smarter and smarter, right? So today, this is the cool thing. So today I was asking, actually, I used it twice just today. And one of the examples was just HR. And I was looking at using a NLP for creating the process of, taking somebody filling out an application online and analyzing the application or the resume based on the job description and the job responsibilities, and kind of placed the idea in ChatGPT. And I said, also, I wanted to answer the questions to the send it an email to the person that submitted that particular resume. So it would qualify. Now, this is just hypothetical. It's just an idea that I was having in how to use machine learning and NLP together to create chatbots. First, I needed to really discover how to capture all of the details and all the data about candidates that we were interviewing. And that's what we're doing right now. We're going through and interviewing a lot of people. And really what started creating this is I asked the HR and accounting, I go, how many resumes have you looked at? And we're a small company. I mean, we're growing, but we're small. And she says, well, we looked at 250 resumes. And I'm like, we don't have time to look at 250 resumes, which then triggered in my mind, how can we use artificial intelligence? That's where I sat down with ChatGPT. I started looking at some other NLP software application. And what I discovered is that I can automate the whole entire process until I want to actually sit down and evaluate and meet that person in person. It blew my mind. I'm telling you, it just blew my mind. Now, I'm a relationship person. I like sitting down in front of the person and get to know the people. But 250, I may as well rent an auditorium, have them to come in and sit down and tell them what I want and have them to answer certain questions. There's no way for any of us as business owners or entrepreneurs to hire people going through 250 resumes. So there's two sides of that. The people that are submitting, or the candidates that are submitting resumes to companies, they're going to have to learn to read the job description and the job responsibilities so that their resumes are going to actually be evaluated by artificial intelligence to make sure that the candidates they're meeting the job requirements of these companies. Scares the shit out of me. For my daughter, I mean, from us as a business, it should scare everyone a little bit. But we don't have a choice. We don't have the time. We don't have the money. We don't have the resources to set and interview 250 for every job. It's exciting that there's a lot of people that's applying for it, but how many of those are really qualified candidates for us? So that's just one story I wanted to share with you. And by running that process, I mean, can you imagine how much time it would save your business? It's insane. So one of the other, topics that I would share is I've started incorporating it also into our marketing. That's probably the easiest application, if you think about it, is AI in marketing. Here again, me just sitting down and saying, um, "Listen, I'm a visionary to begin with, but I like to execute. I'm sure most of the business owners out there were visionaries to a certain degree, um, and business owners. However, I want to say this: I've got family members, aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins, sisters. I've been employed for 25 years. And when you talk into the future to your family, they think you're crazy. They don't know. They think it's gimmicks. They think that it's, hypothetical situations and you really aren't building a business model. Well, here I am 25 years later, sitting here having a conversation and telling you how and where the future of AI is going. I started out building the e-learning platform in 1995. Not to date me, but in 1995, we started taking content from video and CDs. You'll probably hear this story 100 times in different episodes, but it was an amazing opportunity and building a software application. My family to this day still doesn't understand. That is $1 trillion industry. We had 1,500 online courses. We had a virtual warehouse. We had virtual tools. So when I'm sitting here telling you about artificial intelligence, that we're in a new generation of capabilities and content, the companies that I'm building right now are built on the same vision that I had with the e-learning industry. We're in an emerging market. We have to adapt to these technologies. And listen, the simplest way to adapt to some of these technologies is one, hire somebody that understands AI. Start doing your research and your homework. Go to seminars, go to video, to different places that are talking about artificial intelligence. Just try to get up to speed. And like I said, I'm no expert in AI. However, we're building a product called Venue Tracks, and it's built for sports stadiums that actually has AI in it. And I started this almost 6 years ago, if you can believe it. And over those 6 years, a lot of things have changed. And I started focusing again on the AI aspect of it and listening to the problems that our pro stadiums or pro sports were having with understanding their customers or wanting to know more information and historical data and historical information, because new technologies in the stadium now, it's all about fan engagement. It's about visitor engagement. If you're in smart cities, smart stadiums, listen, you're going to start hearing artificial intelligence all over the place. And listen, I believe that there's going to be time travel. I believe holograms are within the next couple of years. I believe that business owners today need to be open to different suggestions. And if there's nothing else that you start using it for ideas, coming up with concepts, marketing ideas, asking questions. Use ChatGPT as your first tool, your first introduction into AI. There's so many more tools, and I'll share more tools and technologies from creative, from text, from copy, from machine learning, etc. We'll add those to our site at a later time, but start with marketing, artificial intelligence with marketing, if nothing else, and use it for personalization, use it for automation, predictive analytics, customer service, content creation. Content creation, I think we all struggle with writing good copy. If you find a good copywriter, they're hard to come by. But now you can start using prompts in changing the message, coming up with crazy thinking ideas. The idea behind AI in marketing. Listen, data analytics, great. You can pull data, but copy creative content using AI will help any business owner. It will help you start a new product. It will help you create new concepts for your customers. AI can listen to your customers, pull the data out, and provide you quicker results to answering some of the challenges that you have in your business. Listen, artificial intelligence is not just for games. It's not just for sport. Artificial intelligence, if you want to grow your business, start implementing it. And we need to start educating and training our staff on it. Artificial intelligence is not going to replace people and positions. They are going to change those positions to become artificial intelligent experts that's going to still need to know how to run those applications. I may change my opinion in a year from now, but I will keep you updated in the podcast or short videos that I put together. And I'll share my journey with what and how I think it's going to work. So these are a few stories on how I use AI. And I think the biggest story on, how I plan to use it, we're still in the infant stages as a business. I haven't really shared it other than very specific tools and software platforms for a data analytics program that I'm working on. And I am super excited how it's going to be, how it will generate and create reports for the stadium owners, for the sponsors, for the sponsor marketing teams. And you're going to find ways for AI to improve the results for you. I built my own AI tool in an Excel spreadsheet 6 years ago. It had 100 different calculations in an Excel spreadsheet that gave algorithms based on I needed to know 3 answers. And I personally built this thing every time a customer would ask. And we're talking about cities and stadiums and large venues having the same problems. Today, now we're going to turn those into colorful graphs and responses based on the input that we get manually, the input that we get through digital devices. Those are things and ways that I'm using AI. Listen, if you have an AI idea, or maybe you have questions on how can I incorporate that into your business, or how can just any question, just put it in the comments below or make a recommendation for a future podcast. But as you can see, I'm passionate about technology and building businesses. In my podcast, I want to hear about your successes in your business. I will share my stories and my visions and some of the things that I've done to grow and share with my teams. And this podcast are here to help you, one, just gain the confidence of using an AI. Listen, I'm Gen X. I've been in technology my whole life. That's the only thing that I know is using technologies to build businesses. Don't give a shit about what your family says, your aunts, uncles, brothers. Tell them to go fly a kite. You use technologies, create those new concepts, those new ideas, and build a business just like I'm doing using the AI. And you will be successful. And one of the most important things that I want you to do is balance. The technologies is having the ability to learn things that's going to give you balance, not work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And in one of the previous podcasts, I mentioned always use a business advisor, somebody that has the knowledge and the ability to understand your business, whether it be artificial intelligence, whether it be just putting the right equipment in place. Those are very important pieces in order to be successful. Listen, I'm almost out of time, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to share with you with regards to some things that I think is important for you to learn. This industry is growing super fast, and it's going to continue to grow. Listen, in 2023, when they launched ChatGPT, OpenAI, I believe there's 100 million people in the first 60 days that started using that platform. That is incredibly fast. So that tells you this industry is going to grow extremely fast. So I recommend that you need to participate in online courses. You need to find industry conferences to go to, maybe your own, if you're in a franchise or there's an industry that you're in and they're talking about artificial intelligence and how to incorporate it, find it. I recommend highly that you do too. Partner with AI experts. Build a kind of, you've heard of CEO, what do they call them? CEO roundtables. Build a business roundtable around how you're using AI in your business and share ideas. Don't be afraid of it. Conduct research with regards to artificial intelligence and use some of the platforms. Listen, I'm not promoting OpenAI. I'm just saying use that tool. I use it. It's been very helpful. And, identify as a business owner, I think, how to get started and this is, my perception of how I would get started if I were doing it. And it's just like anything else. Identify your business goals and your challenges and think about how AI might improve the efficiencies within your business. Assess available data that you currently have, customer data, business intelligence data that you're collecting. How can you possibly automate some of those things so that you have better insights? Listen, that's the most important thing for us. We need to have information about our business as quickly as we can. If you're a little public company, you want to hear from your investors. What are their concerns? What are their problems, right? Just using IR as an example, we need that feedback, and people expect that information back as quickly as we can. Just explore AI solutions in every aspect of your business. Start small. I can't say enough about starting small. A big vision, what we're doing to trying to change the fan engagement in or fan experience in cities and stadiums, big. And if you ask my family, I'm going to tell you again, family, put them to the side. Don't pay attention to them. They all think you're crazy. They don't even understand it. They may think you're just driven by money, but you are really trying to build something for the future. And you have a vision on how you're going to change an industry. That's me. So, but I also have to know, I know that it's going to take several years to get there. Trust me, in the e-learning industry, when I started it by doing documentaries on VHS tapes, for those that you know. Then it went to VHS, then it went to online, converting them to digital. So take your ideas in artificial intelligence and start small. Look, I've really focused on these different type technologies over the last 5 months. And when I get into a technology, I really dig in and I spend a lot of time reading. So identify your goals and your businesses, access your current business data or whatever data that you might have available to you. Look at AI solutions that might be possible. Look at, just ask your friends how they're using it. And number 2, monitor and adjust. Listen, it will gain momentum and AI will not pass you up. But if you start now using data analytics, start looking at AI applications, man, you're going to have fun with artificial intelligence. In my opinion, it'll give your life back and it'll give you balance because it will do a lot of work for you. And then last but not least, look at how it's going to improve the resources, your team, and how well you may communicate in the future with your business, not just your staff, but your employees. Listen, been a great podcast. I've enjoyed sharing information. Leave comments, share, let other people know that this exists. This is just our fifth or sixth episode. So bear with me as I really start feeling comfortable understanding and sharing information. If there's a better way of sharing this information with you, man, good, bad, or indifferent, just let me know. And we'll make some adjustments for you as the business owner. Have an amazing day. If you want to send me an email at askcoleman@greenzebra.net or go to our website, gz6g.com/podcast, and you will find our podcast there. And of course, they're on Apple and Spotify. Have an amazing day. I look forward to talking to you to the next episode. The next episode is going to be about AI and marketing. So at least I'm going to tell you some of the challenges that I've had with it. But anyway, stay tuned. Have a great day. I look forward to sharing with you, and leave comments below, and we will see you in the near future. Have a great day.